Welcome to the podcast of disaster. I'm your host JCR1216, and joining me are my co-hosts.
I guess I'll do
Hello.
it first.
I-
Chris slash Freddy.
Your name?
And we have issue 81 today to look at, my fellow podcast co-hosters. Um, Honestly, just to get some initial thoughts out of the way. I love the covers for this issue. I think they're really cute. And as we talked about last time, in the issue 80 review, this is the road to the 100th issue, which is kind of crazy that we're getting close to 100 issues of IDW at this point.
Yeah.
I agree. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's
I
fine.
just.
Keep
Okay. I just want to say that I agree because I was thinking 100 issues I wasn't even sure if IDW was actually ever gonna get that far because that's like a very hard number to achieve, especially for something that's based on an IP that has to be licensed. But hey, it seems like we're actually gonna reach that IP. It was impressive when Archie did it first with the Sonic comics, but now apparently IDW is gonna be able to achieve the same milestone, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, it's definitely something. Archie had, I think, 293 in the in their main run, which is still a while away. But the fact that IDW has been running for 7 years at this point, it is impressive when you think about it.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll do a IDW recap eventually one day, but maybe after we get to 100, we'll do like a massive like IDW retrospective with like the first 100 issues. But that's for the future. Let's talk about the present. We open up with, I believe, some of the best art I've seen in the franchise. With the carnival masquerade stuff. We even get a Barry cameo. It was nice to see them again.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they were like wearing a mask if I remember correctly, along with the other people in the that were attending this place as a server.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say once again, IDW delivers on background characters. I love the way all the background characters look. If there's one thing IDW has done that is without a doubt fantastic, besides some of these art shots, it's the background characters, because my god, they're beautiful.
Very much agreed. Like a lot of them have potential to be like to be actual mainstay characters because their designs are just that awesome. Like holy shit, so much beautiful design. It's like they're probably only gonna appear in the background forever. But oh my god.
And we get introduced to the Purple Chaos Emerald in this issue, which is like the main driving force of it.
That was. I think that was the only Chaos Emeralds the cast did not have because they have the Deus one. They was the blue, I think, and I don't remember the color of the Chaos Emerald Rouge had.
Yeah, but it is interesting that this is the only Chaos Emerald that we don't know. We don't know who's tracking it, but we'll get to that later on. Some theories on it. But it is interesting, and I like the fact that we get to see Sonic say, "Oh, they don't know how to have a really good party," and it's like, we get to see him put, like, I think those are olives on his hands, which is, I think it's just funny.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, the Olive Garden. I'm gonna bake you a pasta and deliver it to you just for that joke. Um, I like the mask Sonic is wearing. I know it's supposed to be an owl. I don't know if it's supposed to be a reference to Longclaw, but if it is, that's cute. I like the mask that Tails has.
Yeah, it's
Personally, sorry.
yeah,
Go on.
it does supposed to be like an owl mask, but it kind of shaped the beak doesn't give me that vibe. So I don't know. Maybe it's a different animal.
Yeah,
If it is a reference to Yonko, I can already see is Yonko canon and stuff like that.
it's the wider Sonic multiverse.
Yep.
I like the banter. If there's one, Evan Stanley wrote this issue. If there's one thing that Evan Stanley has done that I like a lot, it's the character banter. I loved it in the writer's arc, and I especially love it here. And we get to see Lord M's favorite character, Shadow, and Rouge join the fray. I like the fact that Rouge is dressed up and just Shadow's just by himself. Like he's not wearing anything. He's not getting into character.
Yeah,
Like, I think
yeah,
that's hilarious.
if
yeah,
it
yeah.
was read,
Like
if it was written
he
by I Am Free, he probably gonna make him wear at least something.
yeah, he's just not putting up with anyone's shit. It's Shadow.
That is what Shadow would honestly do, if I feel like, if he ever got invited to it.
Yeah,
He would call himself a masquerade.
I do have to say that Rouge is slaying in that dress of hers together with her mask. Like she's killing it. Wow.
I can hear the simping for here.
I'll have you know I'm not really normally have my eyes on other Sonic characters. This is a rare exception where I'm like, damn, wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then this is where it gets revealed that Rouge lost her Chaos Emerald.
I mean, it was revealed in the previous one.
Yeah, but it gets like confirmed here. It does make you shocked that someone broke into Rouge. Did she have it like? It looks like she's looking around under. Did she really have it under her bed?
She had it in some kind of briefcase, but her looking under the bed, probably she, either looking for clues or just like, did I drop it or something? Kind of like that.
Yeah, like I think it's just like the average reaction of if you don't find something, you just start to look for it everywhere. I once had a situation where I didn't know where my briefcase was, or I started to look at it everywhere in panic, only to find out it's been under my pillow for some reason.
And then we find out that Rouge's intends to get the emerald back for herself.
It's gonna steal the other
And
emerald.
and then we get to see Sonic taunt Shadow a little bit about you can't use Chaos Control without it.
Womp womp, no Chaos Emeralds for you.
That's funny because in the previous issues, he could easily use Chaos Control without the Chaos Emeralds, but now he can. Which, guys, you guys forgot about that?
Plot convenience, I guess.
Yeah, I guess for convenience. Next thing we're gonna see. Oh, Shadow can turn super without Chaos Emeralds. Then the other issue. No, I can no longer can do that.
I do like the teasing with the olives. I don't know if Sonic was building up to that, but it's like, it's funny. If there's one thing I like a lot about the Stanley written issues, it is it is I've said it before, but the character talkings feel really fun. And then we get the ultimate reveal of the show.
Yeah.
The
Also,
emerald gets put into something, and then we get to see the celestial. I don't know how to pronounce that. The torpay.
trope.
Think that's
Celestial
what's
trope. Celestial trope.
A little bit of a circus act. I love the art direction here.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. It's very pink, but at the same time, it somehow works for me. Even though I'm not the fan when there are too many similar colors at the same time.
I think
It
it
does
just
something
works
to me.
because it does it like it has like a circus vibe to it.
I mean, it's supposed to be like a circus show.
Just like my life.
Yeah. I like the fact that that Tails is like really wowed by it. I feel like sometimes the comics can forget that Tails is supposed to be a child, and it's nice to see him get those like, oh wow, look at that. Like I miss seeing like the glitz and glamour, if that makes sense. Like, oh my god, look at this. This is so cool.
Yeah, I do understand. Yeah, because like if I remember correctly, he's like supposed to be around the single-digit age, or just recently entered like the age of being like the double digits. Like he's still very much just a young child. Even if he's smart, like he's still a child, and doesn't know everything, and is fascinated by things he gets to discover.
And the show gets interrupted Batman style, and we get to see Lunar,
Yeah. But
the
before
sugar glider.
before we continue with that, take a look of Lunar's look and then go a little pages back when they're going to put the emerald in a casing. Who do you see there?
Hold up.
Let me see.
Oh, hey!
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. It was there all along.
Put that on,
Hardly a
like,
show.
if you're editing this one, Lord M, you can put a picture of that up or like screenshot it to me.
Yeah, I will.
And I
Because-
like the fact that Lunar mentions taxidermists. The idea of taxidermists existing in the Sonic universe is scary.
Is it now?
Does this mean if Eggman ever beats Sonic, does this mean Eggman's gonna have Sonic taxidermied?
Oof.
Big oof. I can just see Eggman turning. Even though this is really fucking dark, I could see Eggman making him like a Billy Bass type of thing, where he just makes him sing like songs. Like,
Oh, that's
you know what I'm
dark.
talking about with that?
No, but I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Then the chases start,
Yeah.
and do you see two, background characters kind of there? Let me see if you guys recognize them. when they're chasing Lunar.
I'll try and see.
In the panel where they show Rouge and Shadow first. Chasing Lunar.
Wait.
I sent it in the Discord.
Oh yeah, I think I know who you mean. Hold up, I got the. It's the conductor
Oh,
and
the
his wife.
conductor's wife. Yeah.
Yeah, the conductor's wife and the conductor himself.
That's a cute little blink and you'll miss it moment.
Yeah, in general, I appreciate the fact that like even though the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog isn't canon, like the characters themselves still are. I really like this a lot that they have gone with this direction because people did like these characters, and therefore they wanted to still include them.
I mean, the game should be canon because it's supposed to be like Amy's birthday or something like that, so it can happen. And never the birthdays are addressed here besides Sonic, so it kind of makes. So it doesn't matter where it happens in the continuity. It just happened.
Yeah, I think. Sorry.
I will say I do love the visual comedy of, I think Rouge is throwing a table at Tails.
Yeet.
Yeet.
But yeah, we get to see them follow. Sonic takes Tails and off they go.
Yep, and they both chase after Lunar in hopes to get the Chaos Emeralds before the other team gets it.
We get Sonic threatening Lunar with Mr. Tall, Dark, and Cranky.
Which is, to be fair, a good, very valid thing to warn Lunar off, because, like, Shadow is not the kind of person to mess around, especially when it comes to something as important as a Chaos Emerald. So Lunar, even though Lunar doesn't take the threat seriously, as it's obviously noticeable, at least Sonic tries to warn Lunar of this danger that is this fucking edgelord.
I just love how, like, incredibly silly Lunar is, like, throughout this entire issue. Like, oh, catch me if you can. Like, if you did that to Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow the Hedgehog and can actually back it up, that is shocking.
That's true. Like, Lunar is able to keep up with, like, the fastest creatures on the fucking planet. Like, okay, bro, didn't know you had that game in you.
And Rouge decides to sabotage Sonic and Tails by throwing bombs at them.
Because why the fuck not?
She attacked a child. She attacked a child, by the way.
Oops, sorry, oops, Butterfingers Fox Boy. Like that Shadow just doesn't care. Oh, Sonic might die.
Who cares?
That's the thing. This Shadow can see somebody die, and he won't care, or he even participate at this point. Because if you go a few panels back, I think he basically destroyed the glow where Lunar and Sonic were, and there was people below that. So.
And then we have Sonic trying to rage bait Shadow.
And it works.
And it's working. Yeah, I just love how like Shadow acknowledges that he's being rage baited, but he still goes for it. It was peak comedy, not gonna lie.
He can stay away from his boyfriend.
Truth nuke.
I like the fact that Tails outsmarts Rouge by using her own bombs against her.
Yeah, he's a crafty boy, so it is nice to see that they acknowledge that he can use the craftiness to his advantage. So that way he has been the master thief. That does not work.
I remember one of my friends who was reading this issue said that he wishes he was the popcorn that Rouge fell into.
Oh,
come on, bro, come on. How can you be that down bad?
Yeah, speaking about that bad. I wish that was me. That's your friend. It's not me.
Farther down the bridge, Sonic meets Lunar again in a crowd.
Yeah. And Mr. I don't care just start boxing with Sonic.
Yeah, which I think is like hilarious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it does, and I think what happened here is like that Lunar's entire intention was like to get Sonic and Shadow to fight because like they are very confident in the situation despite the fact that they're both here. And I think their plan was, let them each fight each other. That way I can escape. Which is pretty smart.
Yeah, it was a distraction.
Yeah.
No, not only that.
That's like the detail.
Not only that, it kind of caught the attention of the people because it seemed the banter caused a lot of damage. Well, I don't know if it means like while they're fighting, either Shadow and Sonic punch a few bystanders because they were too focused or something. But it seems like that. Which as you know, normal Sega or IDW or whoever hits the shot, it's not gonna be acknowledged in the future. The characters can do something very very dumb or evil that is never gonna be brought out ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the reveal that Sonic did plant a tracker on Lunar, which is really smart. I like the fact that Tails is smart in this issue. It is nice to see Tails be smart again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, oh no, it's chaos, I can't fight.
Help! I'm a badly written version of a beloved character.
Exactly. And then we have the confrontation again of Sonic somehow knew there was a trapdoor in the thing, which I'm confused. Like, in the design, who put that trapdoor on that?
I have no idea. It gets even weirder when you realize that there's not even a ladder. So like,
Yeah, the ladder is down.
Yeah, like it would make a lot more sense to know that it's a trapdoor if there's a ladder, but there's not. So how do you come to the conclusion that there is a trapdoor?
It's Sonic. He knows. He knows the plot. He reads the script.
Yeah, of course.
So we get the reveal at the end that the Sequin was working with Eggman.
Well, not. It doesn't seem like he's working with Eggman. Well, it's the person itself. And this is what I'm going to call now. We're going to have a Green Goblin kind of thing. Like Lunar is the mask, and the person wearing it's a different person. Which it's funny. It's funny. It's new. It's something that kind of we need, a person with two personalities in the Sonicverse.
I think I'm not entirely sure if it's been confirmed yet, but I think it's been said that Lunar might have the ID, aka dissociative identity disorder. I don't quote me on this because I actually don't know if it's actually been confirmed yet, but I think somewhere that DD did say that this is the case with Lunar. But again, don't quote me. I don't know if it's actually canon.
I would say that the mask is Lunar, because
It could be that the mask is like a control device that Eggman has to turn on and off.
I don't think Lunar is working with Eggman, but probably Lunar is working for someone we haven't seen in a while. So that is very famous with hypnosis.
Starline?
Yep, the very same.
Oh yeah. I guess we should talk about that since we are technically done with the issue. Yeah, so the theory going around, it's a theory I talked about last issue. I think that they're teasing that Starline is still alive.
Well, he's so happy. I fucking love that stupid platypus.
Like, with just the way everything has been setting up, I don't think Clutch is helping out. Oh, it might be Clutch, but I don't think that... Death has only been associated with one IDW character so far, and that's obviously Starline. That cave-looking thing looks like something Starline would have. If it looks like Starline, smells like Starline, it's probably fucking Starline.
Okay, bro.
But, like, with the fact that it's a casket, it makes you think that they're gonna means if it is Starline, that does kind of ruin imposter syndrome a little bit. So, like, this wasn't a permanent I mean, the only person that's permanently dead in comic books is Uncle Ben, but, come on.
I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, but hear me out. Probably, if it is Starline, it will make sense because the way he went down, it was unsatisfactory. Yeah, he got crushed and stuff like that, but we could still see more. And I think this is what they're gonna do. Like, they're gonna show us his full potential.
Yeah.
In fact,
sorry.
In fact, Starline, if we see the camera thing in the previous issue, he was watching Search and Kid, so probably he's gonna have, when he comes back, he's gonna have beef with them. It's gonna be satisfactory that Kid and Search are the ones that take him down forever.
Yeah, but with them having the recap opening showing Clutch, it could be Clutch, but I don't think it is.
Well, it could be both.
It could be both, but I highly doubt that.
I mean,
because Mimic was showing that he was willing to work with Surgeon Kit
because he was getting paid.
Yeah.
But obviously it could just be Eggman just using a weird looking case, because I feel like they're gonna lean into the fact that it might be Eggman, but I don't think it's gonna be Eggman having that Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah. Other idea they drop online, but it's very talk about because it barely makes sense. if it is Eggman, then who is he trying to bring back to life? Maria, Gerald, some kind of ancient god, or like usual?
I don't think it's gonna be an ancient god.
Yeah, but you know Eggman, he has to summon something to Sonic go in and clean his butt.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a lead up to another game.
It could be, yeah.
Sonic on Wish remake.
No.
Oh no, fuck no. But it's like the only it could be Clutch and Eggman teaming up. It could be Mimic. I don't think it's Mimic.
It's too soon.
It would be absolute. Yeah, it would be way too soon to bring back Mimic.
Yeah, like
you guys.
The Mimic.
The Mimic.
The Mimic. I mean, it could be something. We know we're getting Sage in 84 at the start of 2026.
Wait, maybe
And
this
we
is
might be getting,
maybe this is a lead up to Frontiers, because
I highly
did they
doubt that
did they ever
they-
mention?
like
It's been a while since I played Sonic Frontiers. Did they talk about how Eggman ended up in the cyberspace, or how he even find out, or how he even find out the
yeah,
item?
we saw Eggman enter cyberspace in the opening cutscene of Frontiers.
Oh
Yeah.
But how did he find it out? Because I don't remember if they brought that up.
It might have been mentioned the Eggman, but I don't remember them at all. So maybe they have been it has been mentioned how he discovered it, but I don't know. I haven't heard,
Well, at the start of Frontiers,
heard them
Tails,
in a while.
At the start of Frontiers, we get told that Tails picks up the frequency of the Chaos Emeralds being on the Starfall Islands. So maybe this is like the final thing.
Yeah,
But
the
idea
Eggman
that
finds
it took
out.
100 But the idea that it took 100 issues to get to Frontiers, especially since Frontiers will be turning 4 when we get to that point, kind of is insane. I understand comics take a long time to make, but at the exact same time, it's like, oh yeah, it took 84 issues to get to that point, which is like, yikes, man.
I mean, like at the beginning of IDW, they weren't even considering Frontiers. It's like it wasn't even a game that was acknowledged by anyone. So I think it's not like best comparison to make.
We all know that right now IDW takes place from at the tail end of Forces to up to Frontiers, because once we see Stage, we know we're getting close to Frontiers, or if not, we're going to be passing Frontiers.
Although says we're going to get a comic version of Frontiers events, which I think I like the idea.
I don't think they would waste resources of it.
Yeah,
I don't think they would waste resources on retelling the story like that.
Yeah,
I mean, they did it in
just...
Archie.
The entire arc.
They did it in Archie.
But the idea that they're gonna adapt a game that is gonna be 4 years old by the time that these issues come out, that is kind of. I mean, I could definitely see them adapting Frontiers, but it's like, Frontiers is a big game. Obviously, they can just abridge Frontiers, but at that point, then what would be the point? Because it's like, oh, we don't see any IDW characters in Frontiers, and it's like, oh, okay, we're just gonna have all of this go down and nothing else. But if the 100th issue special is just an adaptation of Frontiers, I would be severely disappointed.
Yeah, no, I just don't really believe that like it's gotta like lead up to explain what happened before Frontiers, and then they'll just make a time skip after the events of Frontiers, and I don't know, they'll explain that, oh hey, all of this happened in the game Sonic Frontiers, buy it if you want to know what happened there. Basically, a bit more promotion for the game, while they don't have to necessarily make an adaptation for it.
I mean, Frontiers came out in 2022, if I remember. Was it 2021 or 2022?
I don't remember either.
It came out in 2022. Sonic Frontiers came out in 2022.
Alright. But still, if they're gonna make a retelling of Frontiers, they don't have to do the whole thing. They just have to make a recap.
Yeah. I would much rather 100 be a new IDW story than a, oh yeah, let's just retell the games. Because the IDW's biggest strong suit so far has been the fact that it doesn't have to really pull from the games, the fact that these are adventures that are happening.
Agreed.
But you're throwing that all away for oh yeah, we're just gonna adapt the games. We're gonna do that. I'm like, why? Why would you want to adapt the game? Like you didn't adapt Forces. Like you.
Nobody cares about Forces. That game that game is gonna get remake. Yeah, it's gonna be done actually right.
Yeah, like it's also the case of like it's the 100th issue. Like why would they do something so boring to celebrate the fact that they have managed to reach the 100 issues? Like, they have to do something special to actually celebrate that they've made it this far. Like, I don't know, a big issue with with the best plot you've ever seen, or something like that. And, like, that's not something you're gonna get out of a retelling of a game that you're not to adapt.
Absolutely. It's a very interesting thing when you think about it, because I know some people theorized, oh, it's Lunar who's collecting the emeralds, but if Lunar gave up the emerald that quickly, I highly doubt that they were able to get the other 6 emeralds. So to me, this is either Clutch or Eggman working together, or this is Starline hiding in the depths because of the rock imagery that we saw.
I do lean more on Starline, not because I have any evidence that supports it, more the fact that if it would be X-Men doing it, that he would be like loudly announcing, "Hey bitches, I'm collecting the emeralds," because like that's his style. He wants everyone to know that he's doing shit.
It is interesting. What, but overall, I would say that I enjoyed this issue. I thought it was solid. We get Eggman back in the picture for the first time since I believe the end of the writer's arc.
Yeah, yeah, that's the last time he appeared, and only like for 2 issues in the entire arc, if I remember correctly, and that was about it.
Yeah. So the fact that we're getting Eggman is nice to finally see again. I do believe that Eggman and Lunar are working together in some type of way. It has to be something with it. But it is interesting, and the fact that the next issue is going to be focusing on Tails with Lunar apparently. That's going to be interesting. What the most shocking part is so far is the fact that we've gotten nothing. We've gotten absolutely nothing with Lanolin and Jewel. Like, we're gonna have to wait till 2026 to get anything about Lanolin and Jewel.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I cannot
like,
wait.
I totally forgot. Like, yeah, those two are gonna like have some major changes regarding the characters. It's like Jewel quit being head of the Restoration, and Lanolin wants to like forge a
Assistant
new
director.
path because of yeah.
This is the thing. What I'm scared of, is that because the amount of hate the Yanowin got, they're gonna change her character to be okay with everything instead of being the one that call out the mistake of the people and being the mature, the actual adult in the room. Which this is gonna suck, but I mean, I guess Sonic fans cannot have actual mature characters going out others.
I feel like we shouldn't deliver judgment on that yet, as we don't know if that's actually a thing that's gonna happen. For all we know, she's like still gonna be like that, but like keep a calmer mind about that stuff. Like, for example, when like for example another situation like that of Mimic happens, she doesn't dismiss the person that says this shit, but she also doesn't immediately agree that yeah, okay, this is a traitor. Like, I could imagine like perhaps it could be that way, but again, we don't know. So I won't be putting any judgment on regarding that.
Yeah, but we know from the teaser, like we might make this like an entirely different episode, because at this point we just kind of stopped talking about 81. But we know at the start of 2026 with 84 that we're gonna have Bell's story end. So I had to predict on what's gonna be happening. I'm hoping that maybe in February we get an end to the Lanolin and Jewel subplot, because I do find it insane that we went from the Sonic and the Chaotix to back over to Amy and Surgeon Blaze, and back over to then we had a okay. Let me get my thoughts straight. So we went from Sonic to Amy and Blaze and Tails. Then we went over to Tangle, Whisper, and Silver, and then
Mimic.
we went back over to Sonic and the
The
Chaotix.
Chaotix,
And that were with Sonic and Shadow, and they weren't even like teased at all to be a part of it. I mean, I like surprises, but it's like we just talked about the idea of them, being in the arc. I think everyone was surprised to see them in the arc, but it's like, oh my god, we're just gonna put Sonic, we're just gonna put Shadow and Rouge in this for some reason. I would have much rather them finish up the stuff with Lanolin and Jewel, because I feel like now that's just gonna be super overshadowed. The way that I thought it was going to go before we got the reveal of Shadow and Rouge, I guess this is still on topic, so we don't have to split this up into 2 episodes. I was surprised to see. I thought it was going to go Sonic and the Chaotix, Amy, Surge, and Blaze and Tails. Then I was going to go to Silver, Tangle, and Whisper. Then I was going to go to Lanolin and Jewel, and then we would get the follow up with the Sonic and the Chaotix, and then we would get the Bell storyline when Sage was introduced.
Yeah.
We're
But
apparently getting another thing with them.
This is the thing. I do want to see Yano win again, for obvious reasons. But I believe the reason why Shadow and Rouge are here, especially Shadow, is because the amount of popularity Shadow has, as well the love he got. Because I'm never gonna. I mean, many people agreeing to this. But Shadow has gone an entire year, has gone I got a whole chapter for himself in a remake. He's been added in a few other games as DLC to be playable character, but he not even mentioned in the story. And in a few other games like Sonic Forces, the mobile game, and the Roblox, he's the character with most skins and stuff compared to Sonic. He's not even half the stuff he has, which at this point it feels like Shadow is gonna be there in a lot of the arcs, even though it's not even necessary to be there. In this issue, I do think he was needed here, because what the hell Rouge is gonna do against Sonic and Tails alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason why Shadow is gonna be more prevalent in the comics and other stuff, because you have to get the two lovers together, Sonic and Shadow. They're not. This is not a
Yeah.
Sonami route anymore. This is a Sonado route.
And I believe that thing Eggman was at the end of his thing was the egg juggler, which is what gets teased for in '83.
That's for Sonic Heroes. That
And
RoboCop
according
from
to the
Sonic
Sonic
Heroes.
fan wiki, IDW '84 is supposed to take place after Frontiers. But that does make me think: are they just gonna skip over Lanolin and Jules' subplot altogether?
I mean, they are rebuilding Emerald Bio, so I'm pretty sure that's take a lot of time. But please don't skip. At least put at least one panel. Give me one panel to see how they do it.
Yeah.
That will do it for today's episode of the Podcast of Disaster. Unless you guys have anything else to say.
No, I got nothing.
I have something to say. I just wish that everyone have a nice day. I hope you guys take care of yourself. If you aren't, please seek help. I love you all.
Remember to be a. Well, that does it for this episode of the Podcast of Disaster. As always, remember to be good to yourselves, others, and mothers, and see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.